welcome to my channel. So tonight I wanted to talk to you about something that I love and I think is super fun, and it's baby names. So we already have our names for 4 children set and ready to go. We don't really share that with anyone just because we want to keep it, I don't know, as a thing between us. We chose them together, and we also, Dexter watches me in the mirror when he doesn't want to look up. It's really funny. So I could see him staring at me in the mirror. Anyways, so they're names that we chose together, and we don't really like to share them just because we don't know which ones we're going to be able to use and not, because we have some gender-based ones and then we have a few neutral ones. So I wanted to share the names that I really liked, but they didn't make it onto our list, or P kind of denied them. So our name style is not very classic. Ours is very very different. We like names that we've never heard before, and names that are kind of have meaning to us. So pretty much if we like a name but we've heard it before, we won't use it. Of course, it's just kind of where we live, so maybe other states have used these names before and they're kind of popular there. I find that so interesting that each state has certain popular names. That's just so interesting to me. And being being a preschool teacher, I'm around a lot of the names, and now I nanny, not preschool teach anymore. But I know what trends are popular and what letters, and sometimes you'll get a class and they're all the same age kids, and 3 or 4 have the same name. One name that stands out to me that was super popular in my class was Jackson. There was 3 Jackstons and 1 Jackson with an X. So X names I very much have seen a lot of over the past 3 to 4 years, Braxton. I had 3 Braxtons before. I like the way the X's look in the names, but when I say names myself, that's one good thing about being able to be around kids, is you say names and you're like, oh, I can never see myself being a parent to that name. I don't know if I'm just crazy, but just certain names hit you a certain way. And of course, like I said, we didn't want anything that we've ever heard before. So I'm going to share some names that I really loved. Some of them P liked, but we just didn't go with them. So the first one on my list is Brave. I thought Brave was just such a cute name and so strong. I like strong, bold names. And I also like Bravery, but those were denied. Another one was Indy. I was really pushing for Indy, spelled like Indy cars, because if you know my family history, it's a lot of racing. My family owns a racetrack, so I grew up there. So I grew up around a lot of cars and racing. Of course, we didn't have Indy cars there, but I grew up watching Indy car racing. I think Indy car racing is the best. So I liked Indy a lot, and P wasn't very much for it. And then I said their full name, Indy Anda, and I was like, oh no, it sounds like Indiana. So that was out. I just lost that name for myself. I still hear it, if anybody says Indy or anything, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute, but obviously won't work for us. Indigo is another one that I love. I just think that's such a pretty color, and I think it's just such a cute name, but that one was a no from Mr. Another one that has a special meaning to us, but I have a hard time using it because it is a more popular name, is Ireland, because obviously if you know, we went on our honeymoon there in Ireland, and I really like I names. But yeah, that one didn't work for me because my best friend and my husband both said they would like it more for a girl, and I really liked it for a boy. And then of course there's Ireland Baldwin and a couple other, Ireland is pretty popular as a name, so that one's out for us. Another one is Vida. I really like that. It means life. I just think that's such a cute name, and it's short and it's just catchy. And I love V's. I love I names and I love V names. But that one is not going to happen for us. Another one I really like is Cielo, which means sky in Spanish. I really like that one, but it's kind of close to my name, like the spelling and everything. Not like exact or anything, but it's kind of close to my name, and kind of with our family bunch, I tried to let everyone have a different letter. I know I'm crazy, but I've been planning this for like my whole life. So, I already, of course, am a C, so I didn't really want to give them a C name. I don't know. Another one that I really liked is Cactus. I know that sounds so crazy to a lot of people, I'm sure. But I grew up in the desert. My mom, who, if you don't know, passed away when I was really young, loved like Southwest style, like cactuses and things like that. So it totally makes me think of her. I really like it because of that, but that was a no for us. Another one that I really liked is Madrid. I thought that was so pretty and like such a good name, kind of strong, but P was a no for Madrid. I really liked Matador, which means like, it's like a bullfighter, but of course my husband was like, no, we're not okay with that name because, you know, we really don't agree with bullfighting, and he's like, we don't want somebody with that like type of personality, you know? I don't know, that sounds silly, but so that one was a no. Voyage, I love Voyage. I just think it's so cute, again with my V's, but Paul was not down for that one, so that one's off the list. And the last one that I didn't write down here is Havana. I think Havana is such a cute name. I could just like imagine an adorable little girl named Havana, but I don't know, it's too close to other names like Hannah and Savannah that we don't really like it. And of course now with the song Havana out, it's just too much in the mainstream, and P does not like it. So that's another denied for us. I will say one thing, that we will be giving each of our kids a middle name. It drives me crazy when people like have inconsistencies. Like if they have child like with one middle name and then they have another child and they give them two middle names. I don't know why. I'm just like, you need the same amount of names for each person. I don't know. I'm kind of crazy, but I will say yes, we will be giving a first, a middle, and obviously our last name. Another thing I'll say about our names, well, just in general, our last name, I'm so happy that it's an A, because in school I was always the person that wanted to go first, like presentations, anything. I love that stuff, and I wanted to be done with it. So I loved going first, but sometimes they would go by like last name order, and I was an R growing up. So now in college, well, my second half of college, I get to be an A, so I'm pretty happy about that, because then I get to go first for some things. So I'm like, oh, our children are so lucky. They get to have an A name and they get to go first, though they might not have my personality in that way, because P definitely does not always want to be the first one like I do, but yeah. So that's just what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Let me know if you like any of the names, or if you have some thoughts about your own names that you want to share down below. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so you don't miss me. Thanks for watching. Bye!